Alright, welcome everyone to day number 13 of our Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup 0.22 tournament. Things are going very interestingly. I found some cool things going on with the game, and I've been struggling a lot myself, so let's take a look at what's going on, yeah? Alright, so coming in at number 1 still is Yomac at 7,255 points. Man is now catching up. Despite what we said last time, he's actually almost there. He's only 300 points behind, which is fucking insane. He won 2 extended wins, almost back to back. Not quite, but that's a lot of points for him. So that's really good. He's actually caught up quite significantly. They're actually very fast games as well. This is the actual quote from him from yesterday about why he lost his 14 streak. He said, FYI, for the sake of tomorrow's tournament video, my 2 wins today were to get 4 50-point banners, Ascetic and Nature's Ally, and Avarice plus Lord of Darkness, which is probably where all his points came from. That's how he jumped up really high. So I guess he played 2 basic things to get Aesthetic, which is to find a rune without using any potions or scrolls, and then Nature's Ally, which is picking up the Orbazot and then getting the golden rune, the tomb rune. And then Avarice, which is the... Ooh, where is it? Where'd you get it? Here it is. Find the Iron Rune before entering Pan or any branch of the dungeon containing any other rune. Okay. And also Lord of Darkness, which is to win a game without having entered the Lair, Orcish Mines, or the Vaults. So that's pretty cool. I appreciate that he went through the trouble to help me understand what he did. Very cool. Thank you, man. He also said... Also, I lost my 14 streak to Harold with a wand of acid, and then I lost my 7 streak to Pikel with a wand of acid. I'm noticing a pattern here. Just play around it. Acid wands are trivial with optimal play. So, as we can see, Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup is a balanced game. You lose streaks only through your own lack of skill. Man himself has said it. He's one of the prominent streakers in tournaments. So, you've heard it here first, folks. If you want to streak, just trivialize things with optimal gameplay. So, nice. So he's actually very close to Yomac. 300 point difference isn't too bad. That's about 3 to 4 15 rune games in a row with a non-combo, like a non-unique combo. Or, it's a couple of really important points. The question really is, can Man get any more points? And the answer is almost no. He's actually won, I think, every single race, every single class, I assume. He hasn't won with all the gods, though, so he could get those god points. It doesn't tell me if he's missing anything for the gods and stuff. I'm just going to assume he did win all the races and classes, though that might not be necessarily true. Yomac, since yesterday, oh my goodness, he's doing a low real-time win. Holy shit. Okay, so how many points has he got from that already? Basically nothing? Yeah, he's got like 110 points from that shit. If he gets another 300 points, that's going to be very difficult for anyone to catch up. So, he's doing some low-time wins right now. He's not exactly the fastest player. Sub 1 hour on a Deep Dwarf fighter of McLeb is not exactly very fast, but Yomac has never been known for his speed, which means that that is definitely a weakness that he has technically, but no one's ever been able to exploit it because no one really is able to catch up to him in terms of like streaks and stuff. This is pretty much his optimal tournament so far. I think it's the highest or one of the highest ones he's ever gotten. Maybe not actually. All he needs to do is like low turn count and low real time, and he'll get some significant points. So I think that's what he's going for in the next couple of days, just before the tournament ends. In terms of other players, N103 is still at number 3. Just Noob's still at number 4. Dinesh has been taken over, I believe. Ultra's come back, but he's not really doing much. He got a low turn count win, I believe, which is what got his his jump over Dinesh. But the point differential is only about 20 here, so it's really not a huge difference. Dinesh has actually been playing again. He's on a 5 win streak, so it's only a 2 to 3 more games until he gets streak points again, and that will definitely vault him up pretty high. I don't know if he's going to ever catch up to anyone, considering he's almost 2,000 points. Oh, no, it's about 1,500 points away from Yermak, but, you know, he's got a very good win rate. He's got a very good, amount of wins. He's not really done too many 15 runes, so there's still not a super big amount of, rune points left. He's done all these challenges, which is good. Like, it's interesting to see if he'll be able to take up to even top. He could potentially get to top 3 if he just keeps streaking and keeps playing consistently. We'll see how things go, though. Everything else is pretty much average. Gordon's in the top 20 now. I don't know if he was top 20 before, but he's got a 3-win streak so far, and he's pushing for a 4th. Again, unfortunately, he's just repeating races, so he's not actually getting many points for these combos. He's going to have to streak some more significantly different things if he wants to get through. He's been overtaken by Power Mode, who has been kind of climbing the ranks a little bit. Oh wait, no, Power Mode hasn't even moved. What the hell? Was he 18th? I think he might have dropped 1 rank. Never mind. Sorry, Tabstorm moved up, I think. Possibly. Nope, Tabstorm quit. I don't know what I'm looking at. I feel like I have entered some weird spot where I don't know what is happening. Yeah, everything else is pretty good. Reels is on a 7-win streak. That's pretty impressive, but he hasn't been playing very consistently at all. So unfortunately, he will not be a competitor in this video game tournament that we have. Shiny Demise has finally packed up his shit. He's given up. I just want to talk briefly about some of the stuff that I've learned today from playing. Mummy Summoner is actually really fucking bad if you don't get any items at all. So this character has 63 MP, which ordinarily would mean that I'm apeshit broken, and also is of Gozag, meaning Zot should be free, but it was not the case at all. So, looking at my spells here, I just want to show you what happened. I trained for BVC, which is like kind of what carried me a little bit, but I only got Mana Viper and Hydra in like, I think, depths. I was using the early book right here, like just these spells, not Haunt, pretty much for the entirety of the game. I don't know exactly when it was, but holy fuck, that was bad. Like, I think you guys saw it yesterday when I was talking about it. I just didn't get shit the entire game. I think, like, yeah, I got Mana Vipers at level, like, 18, I think. Or level 16 or 17. Keep in mind, of course, that this is because summonings is really slow leveling, so this is, like, a very long period of time. I was level 18 in, like, depths, I think, still. So, yeah, that was really fucking rough. And I actually figured out that the Summon Guardian Golem is actually pretty damn good. Why is it good? Because you can plop down a Lightning Spire, and then you can plop down a Guardian Golem behind the Lightning Spire, and the Guardian Golem protects the Lightning Spire, and the Lightning Spire doesn't die in one turn. And then you throw like Mana Vipers and Hydras, which are glass cannon-y kind of things, and then you throw the Guardian Golem, and then it just keeps your guys alive for a little longer. It's really good. Of course, it's not as good as Monstrous Menagerie, Shadow Creatures, Summon Anything other than the basic starting book, but, you know, for the starting book, it actually is quite a decent spell. It's pretty underrated, I would say. This character was a nightmare, an absolute fucking nightmare. I actually had to go into Elf 1 because I almost died in Zot 5 because I bribed multiple times, and then I ran out of money, and then I couldn't kill an Orb of Fire because all I fucking had was Mana Vipers, and they died in one hit. Have you ever tried to kill an Orb of Fire with Mana Vipers and Hydras? It's not good. The only reason why I survived is because my bribe kept one of the Orbs of Fire on my team. So the 2 Orbs of Fire were just sitting there, like next to each other, fireballing each other and doing nothing. And then I was hitting him with summons until I ran out of mana, and then he would be like, wait, is that a mummy over there? Is that a fucking, hey, what are you doing? I'm dealing with this guy. And then he points at me, and then I start exploding. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna die. And that happened about 7 to 8 times before I was like, okay, I need money to bribe. Didn't manage to get it, but I did manage to find Haunt, which was almost enough to keep me through the game. I actually ended up literally just stare pulling the Orb of Fire, teleporting, and then running, and then like, I just ignored the next Orbs of Fire. It was fucking terrible. This was one of the worst games I've ever played in my life. That was a struggle. Yeah, so that was rough. And then I died a bunch on Ghoul because, fun fact, Ghouls are fucking awful right now. They're in the worst position I've ever seen a race be in because they cannot regen when there are enemies on the screen. What that means is you can't pillar dance. And what that means is basically if you get hit, you are permanently damaged until you are able to get out of line of sight with an opponent. Meaning, if you have a bad combat situation, you're just stuck with it. Man has actually told me, by the way, if you want to streak ghouls, make sure you go ranged. Well, I was doing Nemlek's choice, so I had no choice to play Ghoul Enchanter, and it was fucking awful. Yeah, like, this is the first time I get hit. This is when I die. This is when I actually see the first kobold. So the entire thing is just one kobold fight. And I just couldn't do anything. I was just stuck there, and I was like, well, maybe I can try to Ensorcel Hibernation him with 30% fail because I'm a ghoul. It was not good. That was fucking terrible. I managed to get away for a bit. I healed for about like 4 or 5 hit points, and then he hit me again, and I almost died, and then I died. Like, what a fucking nightmare. And then I got killed by the literally first enemies. This is the entrance right here. That's a wall. That's Jackal, and Kobold. So again, not really much I could do there. And then I got killed again by the exact same thing, but in another corridor. So, you know, fairly balanced gameplay. You know, I can avoid that. Like, that's totally avoidable. The first enemy I see is the Jackal, and then I can't regen, and it was bad. And then I played another game, and then I just instantly won. By the way, take a look at this character. Like, what the fuck? Every single thing I have here is pretty stupid. I mean, I have another Evade +5 ring, which I was using, and I just switched for the +2 Slay, but yeah, I think I had like 6-7 pips of RF+, 6-7 pips of RC+. I don't know, I just had a lot of resistances, like, everywhere. It was pretty cool. But yeah, I just threw that game out. And I think Shiny Demise can now finally retire because I'm ashamed to see Shiny Demise. I've been playing 4 fucking games on him, and I really regret doing it because I don't fucking like this character. He keeps fucking dying. It pisses me off. But that's because he's kind of been the Nemlek's choice guy. It's not really his fault. But overall, got a 50% win rate, so that's not too bad. And yeah, that's about it really for Shiny Demise's stuff. Also, I woke up this morning to Team Crumpets talking shit. These boys were talking shit because they thought they were going to catch me unawares. They were like, here's the actual thing. I don't know exactly what they said. I can actually scroll up and see. But it was a very long time ago. They were like, that feel when casual team is beating Demise. And, you know, I'm not into that. So what I decided to do is say, well, I guess I'm just going to go ahead and beat them now. Because, you know, it's time, like, you talk shit, get hit, right? So I won 2 games today. I'm going to win another 2 tonight. And we're going to keep winning until I get to number 14. Because, fuck you guys. Don't talk shit. You're going to get hit. You know what I mean? I'm going to streak on Demise win rate today with a Troll Monk, hopefully. And you're just going to witness. You're going to have to witness me. You're going to have to watch me do this to you. And you have no choice in the matter. You actually are, unfortunately, you know, going to be disabled from the tournament because, you know, do not bite the hand that is dangling off the side of a couch because he's asleep. Okay, I didn't play 2 games. I didn't win in the last 2 days. That doesn't mean that I'm not willing to fight for my position. You know what I mean? I was happy to give. If you guys had taken a W like gracefully, I was happy to just sit back and be calm and chill and be okay with life and give you the W for the tournament. Because I would be like a proud father. I'd be like, ah, yes, my children, you have surpassed me. That's fine. You know what I mean? I'll let you go. But you can't be doing that. You know what I mean? You just can't be doing that. You absolutely can't be doing that. And because of that, you're gonna now have to suffer through me beating your asses over and over again until you can never face me. You know what I mean? So this is an open. Oh, let's get rude. Yeah, sure. Oh, I get a sacrifice already. Nice. Can I get this? Ooh, significant Ooh. Significant sacrifice. Alright, I'll take the significant sacrifice of not being able to train magic. Oh no. Oh, what a shame. I can't train magic. Oh yeah, Rue, that's a big sacrifice, you know. Should give me some big bucks for that. But yeah, don't what I'm saying is, you know, if you're gonna take the W, just keep it on the down low. Don't kick the sleeping dog. You know what I mean? Let them lie. But you kicked him. You kicked him. Das Boomer. I hope you're happy, bruv. Because now it's a competition between you and I. You know what I mean? Your team, my team. Let's fucking go right now. Let's see who is the leader of this team. You know what I mean? I don't know who the leader of my team is. I think it might be All Random All Demise because he has the most experience in being a team captain, having already headed a team before. But I can't be too sure. Anyway, I picked Rue because Rue is really good with Troll. Unarmed combat means you don't really give a shit about anything, really. And Troll is really good if you can kill Hydras with Apocalypse. And on top of that, Rue is just good in general for most characters that want to build very one-dimensionally, which is exactly what this character is. Troll is a very one-dimensional character. You just kind of punch through shit, and then things happen, and that's it. There's really nothing else to it, really. I'm gonna go ahead and train for a shield. I might give up my hand. You never know, but whatever. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Probably not giving up a hand, I'd say. Shield is a very important part of Troll defense, so, you know, maybe not. But it all depends on the sacrifices we make every day. My sacrifice is apparently three hours per day to beat this video game. I spent slightly more than 3 hours today, I think. Or I will spend slightly more than 3 hours. I'm gonna haste here, and I'm gonna just try to escape. There's the ossuary. Let's just go in there. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I know that was loud. My bad. But I just had to do it. You know, throat's got stuff in it. Something was stuck in it earlier, and then I just kind of had to deal with it. Rue's gonna give me another sacrifice. Ooh, what's experience? Oh yeah, I'll take experience. Yeah, sure. All right, nice. We've lost. We're down to XL4. That's fine. The max level we can get to is now 25. That's okay with me. EXP, like everything I'm picking right now, is designed to make my character as not gimped as possible. So keep that in mind. The ones I have, so not being able to cast magic on a character that doesn't give a shit about magic, and not having high EXP, which is not really relevant, are both completely acceptable for me, so I'll take them. EXP is not super important, to be completely honest with you. It's pretty much just meaning that you have slightly less health, a little bit, like not that much, and you have like, I don't even know exactly what EXP does specifically. Like maybe stat loss, I guess. Not even relevant, really. So, you know, whatever. Let's get might, and then let's punch. Okay. The rapid rusting of a nearby drain. Well, of a distant drain. Okay, well, was it nearby before? It was very distant. Okay, so I'm heading in the right direction, roughly. Oh, the drain fell apart. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. That's fine, though. It's to be expected. Alright, I'm going to use my Trollish regen to just kind of engage fights over and over again. Now, I normally would rush for the sewer because, you know, it's just very easy. And there's a chance to get Troll Leather Armor in there because of Purgy and stuff. But, or Purgy, depending on how you want to pronounce it. But in this specific scenario, I think it's just easier for me to, you know, go and play with the one that's closer to me, I guess. Ossuary, at the time. Because if I was lucky, I could get both. Well, clearly, based on like how the position of the sewer, there's no chance in hell that I was going to make it here after the ossuary. Alright, got double shafted. Found the upstairs, thankfully. Gonna get shafted again, probably. Oh, excuse me. Alright, no, thank God. I found the upstairs. Awesome. Yeah, getting shafted, not ideal, but we'll be okay with it. It's all good. So, you might be wondering, wait, why did you go troll Monk if you pick Rue? Well, Monk is, first of all, just good in general. if I get McCleb, it's not bad. And I don't care. Like, even though Monk does give you a weapon start now, it's not really that big of a deal. Just go unarmed, it's fine. But also on top of that, if you actually get Rue as a monk, your first couple of decisions are sped up in terms of like how long it takes for you to get a decision or a sacrifice to make. So, you know, it's still good. It's still very good. To go monk of Rue. It's all good, basically. Alright, I'm the grappler. Grappler Baki. But, let's see. Shields is probably like what we'll train mostly. I think we might train eventually armor if we get some heavier armor, which would be nice. We should train dodging at some point, but that's not like super important right now. I'm just hoping to get like a good sacrifice path. The character that I played previously, the Demon Spawn Fighter, was not as good. Oh no, not. Oh, that's a trivial sacrifice, damn it. I can lose 5 evade to get a massive bonus benefit, but that's not really that good. I'm going to get rid of Essence just because casting is disrupted, and that's fine. It is a trivial sacrifice, but, you know, it'll stack eventually, and that's, like, completely nothing to me. Like, I don't give a single shit that I lose casting. It doesn't matter at all. So, for me, it's not exactly an obvious choice because, you know, there is potential for me to want to have more piety right now. But, you know, for the time being, I don't care that much. Like, I would explain, like I said, I feel bad for not explaining, like, how Rue works and stuff. You just sacrifice to get power, pretty much. But, you know, there's a part of me that's also like, this is tournament play. It's not really tutorial-based because you're not going to see the rest of this game anyway. You're just going to see a little snippet. Yeah, it just doesn't seem like I would need to explain too much. I mean, the basic idea of Rue anyway is just, you know, make sacrifices, get money. You know what I mean? Like, you get in piety really fast if you get really hard sacrifices. If you get really easy sacrifices, you get a lot less gimped, but your character obviously doesn't progress in piety as fast, and you'll have to, of course, make more sacrifices. And eventually, you'll end up making at least one big sacrifice to kind of round the character off anyway. My whole idea behind Rue, at least my strategy style, I guess, whatever you want to call it, is I don't really rush for Rue quite as much as some players do. Some players like really do enjoy, you know, mashing as hard as they can for Rue stuff. Like they'll sacrifice quite literally an arm and a leg or an arm and an eye to get piety. For me, I'm like, you know, as long as I'm roughly along the god progression route, it's not a big deal how much piety I have exactly at any given point in time. As long as I have like kind of decent enough piety, I'm okay. I'll take smaller sacrifices. I'll actually reject sacrifices if all of them are really hard, and I'll just try to create as little of a gimped character as possible. Like right here, love is a really major sacrifice because it means that nothing can ever love me. But you know, like I said, I'm used to that. That's basically just me IRL, so I'm not actually that worried. It does mean that there are no chances for me to get any neutral or like allied dudes to help me out in any time of need, meaning that things like Vial of Floods are not very good. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter that much at all. As long as I'm aware of that situation, I'll be okay. Like, even these humans, they can't actually love me. They can't be happy. Even though I freed them from slavery, they still hate me for some reason. You know, just how it is. That's okay. I'll slaughter them just like I slaughtered their master. You know, it's not a huge deal for me. I'm stone cold killer, basically. Alright, so this is the Bailey with a potion of EXP. I don't know what the hell I'm going to use the potion of EXP on, but I'm going to be happy to use it. These guys are throwing things at me. I'm not really happy about that, but I'm just going to let them go because, you know, they don't know better. They're just kids. They don't know. Scroll blinking, cool, picking up a couple. I'm just going to stand here, and I'm going to let Rue's massive aura eventually, hopefully, take care of this guy. Not going to work. Draw power to heal instantly. Okay, well, you know, eventually Rue's power would have helped me, but, you know, not exactly in that situation. Draw power is pretty good. It's just like a big heal that gets rid of a lot of status effects. It's also free, effectively. It costs like a tiny amount of skill drain, but who gives a shit, right? I just realized if you put together all of the Rue videos, I technically have a full Rue game. It's pretty funny. I'm gonna might here just to kill this warlord. You know, it's a bit of a spooky dooky guy. Read the scroll of acquirement, grab a rune shield, sure I'll take it, whatever. I assume this is a potion of XP. Yep, it is. We can dump all that into shields, or we can dump all of it into dodging. I'm gonna dump it all into shields, and then... Oh, what? Can I do that? Yeah, okay, that's fine. So I want to get 9 shield, pretty much ASAP. I could have also dumped it into unarmed combat to make myself stronger, but I was just like, whatever. Alright, here's a good time to Apocalypse. Apocalypse is pretty much one of the strongest abilities in the game. It's like an AoE irresistible big damage nuke that also does like a ton of like status effects on enemies. Only issue is, of course, it skill drains you like a motherfucker. But if you use it to kill a lot of guys at the same time, it's very efficient and it's a very powerful tool for killing. So when I saw those skeletal warriors, which would give me a shitload of EXP if I just killed them normally, I was like, I'll Apocalypse. It'll basically be free because I'll work off the skill drain before I end the game, before I end the combat anyway. It's fine. So yeah, this character is pretty damn good. I can already fight a Death Yak in a 1v1. It's only D8. That's pretty strong. Like, as a character marker, that is pretty good. I didn't even have to Apocalypse or use any god abilities, so yeah, this character is pretty darn good. This guy's got a Battle Axe of Flaming. That's pretty impressive. I'm not actually too worried about... Okay, this is just completely worthless. I don't know why I even want any of this. I'll keep the intelligence in case things go horribly wrong for some reason. But yeah, I'm not like super worried about Hydras in this game because I can just kind of Apocalypse and then, you know, maybe do a wand or something, finish them off. Like, I'm not super afraid of enemies. Rue gives a great way to kill Hydras so long as you make that sacrifice early enough to get Apocalypse by the time you get to Lair, which is pretty normal, to be honest. Reason why I say Hydras are a worry is because, of course, Troll Claws level 3 will actually cost you... Sorry, they cut Hydra heads off. Alright, so I got a... Okay, I think I'm going to reject these sacrifices. Like, words and drink are kind of, like, okay to get rid of, like, individually. I just don't know if I want to risk it. So, words and drink basically mean, if you're in danger, you can't drink or you can't read scrolls, respectively. The other one, which is skill, will reduce your aptitudes by 1. So I didn't pick that one because I find that the aptitudes are a little low on this character already, so there's no real point. Drink and scrolls, I just didn't want to do in case, like, I got in trouble, and then I just was like, oh fuck, I'm locked out. I mean, technically, I could have just made one, like, picked one. I didn't pick both anyway. But I'm like, I'm already at the point where Apocalypse is unlocked. Unlocking the final step of Rue only increases the power of my abilities, but I already can use Apocalypse, and I don't care about the power quite so much. It's sufficient at this point in time, so I'm not, like, super stressed out about it. I'm gonna switch over from shields to dodging. At some point I can get a large shield, which would be good, and then I'll just train up for that as well. Again, like, Troll wants to have a shield if possible, because it's just good. So here I can just Apocalypse, instantly kill the Hydra, and you can see here I only got lightly drained. Normally Apocalypse will red drain you, but because I killed a Hydra, which is a very high priority, high EXP target, I get some... Oh shit. Whoa. Apocalypse there. I didn't have to Apocalypse there, I just wanted to. Yeah, you get back a lot of that EXP pretty quick. Like, there I Apocalypsed and it wasn't worth it because the things I killed weren't, like, high enough value to work off the drain, but it's not a huge deal. Drain is, like, not a bad thing anymore. It's okay. I'm happy with using it. Scrolls of Immolation. What's this? Amulet of the Acrobat. I guess. I don't know why I would want it, but I guess. Scroll of Amnesia, Vulnerability, Noise, Enchant Weapon. Alright, fine. Cool. Just getting rid of all the garbage in my inventory that I didn't need. I knew none of those scrolls were particularly powerful because I already had a kind of an idea of what was in my inventory and what had already been seen. Acquirement was already seen, for example. Blinking was already seen. The only thing that would have been good was, I guess, Summoning. which I don't really care about that much because the lack of love causes me to have no friends. Hit me a bit too hard. I'm gonna draw power here just to stop the petrification. You can't obviously draw power when you're stoned, but you can do it when you're petrified. So, you know, do it if you can. I'm gonna throw acid to just take this Hydra out. Again, like you can see, the drain isn't too bad. I kill the Hydra, a lot of the drain just pops off. Doesn't really stick to me. Yeah, pretty straightforward, I'd say. This character is one-dimensional, but also very effective. I'm gonna go ahead and just smack that guy down with Power Leap. Power Leap just lets you jump like a controlled blink. It also does a pretty good amount of damage on everything around him. Everyone around your landing point. It's pretty nice. You don't use it that often compared to Apocalypse, but hey, it's fine. Like, Rue has so many good things. When I first saw Rue, and back when her name was I-Asshole, or I-Ashel, depending on how you want to pronounce that, I was like, sacrificing a god, man, she'd better be fucking really broken in order to, like, get this character to work, right? Like, I was like, alright, this god is either dog shit garbage or, like, completely, utterly busted. And I'm actually pretty happy to say that I was wrong in both regards. Well, actually, no, I'm kind of wrong. I'm not really wrong. Like, the sacrifices are fairly significant, but the god itself is really good. Like, the powers that she has on any other god would have been, like, completely ridiculous. Like, the passive alone is for Rue at max piety is just, like, absurd, right? Like, just redirecting attacks, stunning dudes, slowing them, blinding them, you know, just all this crazy shit. Like, it's just really good, right? But on top of that, you have 3 incredible abilities, like, any of which would be really good on any other character. Like, Power Leap is pretty good, and it's the weakest one of the bunch, like, arguably. Draw Power, like, is just an instant heal. It's, like, better than anything Ellie can actually pull out. Elivallon. Apocalypse is, like, absurd. It's better than Quaslol's anything. With the only downside being, of course, the drain, but it doesn't even cost much, so it's, like, crazy. Like, look at that. I just kill a... Just one-shot the Hydra, you know, casually killed Nessos on the side as well. And it was basically free because I just killed both of them and then I got the drain off. It's like, wow, the fuck? Alright, another sacrifice. Low MP. Nope, that's trivial. This is also trivial, but I guess I'll sacrifice stealth. It's not really that big of a deal. My stealth skill decreased to 0. Whatever. Alright, paralyze her, kill her. If I just realized now, well, not like I haven't realized now, but I think it's important to state. Like, Sonya really sucks at just wands. Her weakness is wands. Any wand that you have pretty much kills her. You can polymorph her, you can blast her with Ice Blast, you can, like, paralyze her, whatever the hell you want. She'll really just accept it. Because she's not very good at killing. So yeah, like, just do that and you're good. Oh, we managed to paralyze Uruk. Nice. It's a free kill. Pull upstairs, of course, just to be safe. I need to remember that I am playing on Demise win rate, and this account is kind of like a win rate account. Like, it's not really anymore. Ever since I fucked up the... I got tilted and I played on it in a lecture, and that's obviously not the best place to play a character when you're trying to streak. But, you know, at the same time, whatever. It's not a big deal. I still want to kind of, like, make my character a little bit more... make this account a little high win rate, you know. A decent number, at least above average for Demises. I think other than Demise speedrun, I believe that the average win rate for my accounts is about 21%, 22%. Of course, counting Demise, which was the account that I played on when I was first starting out. Counting Demise win rate, which is again the account that I played when I was first starting out. And just counting like a bunch of random small ones that I just kind of tested. Like all those combined, except for Demise Speedrun, because Demise Speedrun has over half my games, and only a 1% win rate. Like, my win rate's about 20%, and Demise win rate's only, like, 35%. So, I'm trying to get that, again, I'm trying to get my accounts to plus 50%, if possible. We're going to use this tournament kind of as a benchmark for the slow Demise play. I get about a 50% win rate when doing all random combos. Inflated, of course, because I repeat combos and I do only easy ones on certain accounts. So, like, I would say my average win rate right now for games that last under 3 hours, the only 3-hour game or above for this tournament has been the Mummy Summoner that I played today and 2 days ago. And that was only because the character was like extraordinarily weak. I was actually in Zot at like 2 hours 20, and I just spent like 40 minutes in Zot. It was crazy. Anyway, sacrifice purity. Can I finish that? Nope. Sacrifice durability. That's all my armor. No thanks. Yeah, we'll get rid of purity. I think at this point now, if we just get one more sacrifice, no matter how like trivial it is, it'll just max us out. So that's good. I didn't want, like I said, I don't want to make a randomly large sacrifice for no reason, just to max out my piety. It's not a big priority for me. This character is just, it doesn't matter. Just gonna go ahead and draw out power again. Like, look at that shit. That's crazy, right? Like, you just get a buttload of defense. Like, what the fuck? Alright. Spirit Shield is not that good for this character. I don't have enough mana to really make it worthwhile. I don't use mana, but... Oh, I do use mana as well, so it's like, I'd rather not. Like, Spirit Shield is only good if you have, like, enough mana to spare. You're not using it, and you have, like, a decent amount of mana already. Otherwise, not so good. Not so good indeed. Alright, looks like we got the Zoo Vault, as well as the Dog Vault. The Dog Bear Vault. Already cleared that one. Now we gotta fight. I think, Catablopus and a couple of Manticores, and a bunch of Death Yaks and Dire Elephants. And that's about it. And the Lindworm, of course. Oh, and a Hydra. Okay, let's just pull up here so we can get everyone on the screen. Except we missed the Death Yaks. We're stupid. That was a mistake. That's fine. Just walk away. It's all good. We'll just go back and Apocalypse them later on. It's fine. No big deal. Apocalypse. There we go. I accidentally auto-targeted the Death Yak rather than the... Oh, I don't need the box of these. That's right. I auto-targeted the Death Yak instead of the Hydra that was paralyzed, and then that caused me to take some extra damage I didn't need to. It's a bit unlucky by me. A bit unlucky as in, like, I was being a bit of an idiot, and that caused me to be unlucky. Well, not even unlucky, just in trouble. Like, vaguely in trouble. Not even, like, that badly in trouble. It's alright. We're okay. We're all good. Like, I need to slow down pretty hard here. Like, this Troll Monk is going a little too fast. It's making me uncomfortable. This character is a little... is very strong, of course, because of Rue, but I need to keep in mind that this is the win rate account. This is Demise win rate. We're slow. We're weak. Okay, I don't want to really sacrifice any of these things. Like, an eye will make it so that I'm less vulnerable, less good at hitting stuff. Essence is magic vulnerability, which I don't really want, and durability is just all my armor. It just doesn't seem like that's worth it, considering I've made a bunch of sacrifices already at this point in time. It just doesn't seem like it's worth my while, I guess. I mean, like I said, I don't know exactly if I'm correct in making these decisions. Again, I don't know where exactly the Rue power levels stand. I don't know how exactly every single mutation stacks up on each other. All I know is that, like, I don't like my character having X or Y mutation, and as a result, I won't do it. Like, that's literally how I play. That's how I consider it. Alright, we're in the Labyrinth. I've been getting some severely bad luck with Labyrinth in this entire tournament. Like, every Labyrinth I've gone in has just been an utter nightmare, and this does not look like an exception. I'm already fucked. I've already gone completely... I've seen the black tiles, but never gotten in anywhere near it. This is just so depressing. Like, I don't know what it is with me and black tiles and the Labyrinth now, but it's just, like, the dungeon does not want me to ever come in this place again. I might actually just not do this anymore. It's just... It hurts the wrist, it gives RSI, and it just... No payoff, you know what I mean? I'm gonna say that, and then he's gonna have gold dragon armor or some shit down here, and I'm gonna be like, well, put my foot directly in my mouth. Yeah, like, this shit is just annoying. I've already covered, like, in terms of, like, surface area of the black tiles, I've already covered, like, almost 50% of it, and I just haven't got away in. There we go. I think we've got away in now. If we're really lucky. Come on. Let me in. Alright, there we go. Sweet. Awesome. If you ever see that, like, really long line, you know it's already the Minotaur's Labyrinth. Oh, the entrance. Alright, just beat the shit out of him. It's fine. Had to draw up power. It's okay. Got a ring. I mean, it's not worthless, but it is a fire ring, which is, like, kind of shit. So, I guess. We'll see how things go. Everything else in here is utter garbage, so that's nice. I guess we can drop this fire ring. Like, this is a really good ring. Don't get me wrong. I just need fucking a bunch of cold resistance to make this thing work. And I don't know how I'm gonna get that. Like, a gold dragon armor maybe might be the way. Or ice dragon armor early on in the game. That's probably, like, the two ways that I'll get RC plus to, or at least enough to offset this fire resistance. Oh, sorry, this RC minus from the fire ring. It does have RLEC and MR++, which is really good. Just like, I need to think about how to get resistances. Here's a Rolka. I'm actually going to go ahead and put the fire ring on. I don't think she has a cold thing, and I don't know if she can paralyze me. Yeah, she can, so I needed to have that shit on immediately. Good for me. Good call. I'm going to try and int just in case. I didn't need to, but, you know, whatever. Take the ring off. Also, I just realized that I was using robes this whole time, but I guess I didn't find any magical ones. I was just not paying attention. Didn't notice that I could have worn something better, but I guess I couldn't have worn anything better. Another ring. Wizard Arpoise. Well, Arpoise is good, so I'll keep it on. Curse Ring of Teleport, that's fine. Drop that. Put the Ring of Int on, because we're a fucking caster now, apparently. Pull these guys up. I probably can just Apocalypse this, but I'm not going to. It's a waste of time. There's no need. It's not a dangerous fight at all. It just looks dangerous. 3 slimes are not like normally for I'm looking at this from the lens of my old character, the ghoul, who could not regenerate while inside of stuff, and it was just a fucking nightmare to play. This character, on the other hand, just beats the shit out of slime like it's nobody's business. Like, Troll's good, man. Troll's really good. They're like a really good version of Ghoul, because Ghoul is dog shit. And I actually do honestly think that now Ghoul is very low tier. Like, in terms, if there was a tier list, I'm not saying there is a tier list, but if there was one, Ghoul would be somewhere near the bottom now. They never really had that many like positive aspects about them. They were just kind of like, oh, it's like a shit version of it's like halfway between a mummy and a human. Like, they're kind of good at some stuff. They have some of the benefits of being an undead, but they're also like annoying and slightly weak. And they had slow regen, which was a pretty big deal. Now they're just like, oh, you got hit? Good fucking luck, idiot. Like, oh, you don't have any chunks in your inventory? You're a fucking dumbass. Just die. Yeah, it's just not an enjoyable thing. And I hope they really remake Ghoul. I really hope they change it again. Or at least just put it so that, like, the regen is just slow. Even if it regens, like, 1 every couple of turns. Like, it's fine. Like, I just need something to kind of get through the game, you know what I mean? Being hit on D1 and then just not being allowed to play is just the worst thing in the world. It just, like, you're locked out and then you're fucked. Like, there's nothing you can do here. I'm gonna Apocalypse there just because that Ice Dragon was very scary. Bolts of Cold against a unprotected body are pretty tough, so, you know, gotta be careful. Anyway, continuing on, finishing up to D15, then we'll probably end the video here. Oh, that's a lot of guys. I'm gonna go ahead and Apocalypse here. See, the fact that my drain went up like that much means that that probably wasn't worth my time. But whatever, it's fine. We'll just punch through. Troll Leather Armor is really good for this character. I can probably enchant that up to +4 to max, because it's unlikely that I'll get anything better for the time being. I mean, I probably didn't have to, but, you know, might as well. There's an Etten, that's fine. Break free. Punch his face, it's all good. See, I'll probably finish this game today, and I might play another one. So I'll win 4 games today, and that'll be pretty good. And then, hopefully that'll make me overtake my casual team, because, you know, they've wronged me, and I must fight back. I must fight the power, and hopefully things will turn out a-okay. There's a lot of stuff in there, but they're not actually worth any EXP, so it's not really worth my time. I could Apocalypse the whole thing, I'm just not going to. Alright, I'll finish this floor and then I'll end the video. How about that? Seems good? Seems good. And I'll take a break. Maybe do something that isn't fucking play this game, because I've literally done this for the last like 3-4 hours now. I woke up and then I just started playing. I haven't really stopped playing. Screaming? Fuck's sake, man. Yeah, disrupted magic. I don't give a shit. Like, just fucking God. Why? Why am I being forced to suffer like this? This is so rude. Oh, there's a ghost here. Ubufu. What are you? Demon spawn. I'll take you on. Whatever. Fuck you. I want that amulet. I just wanted it. I was greedy. It's fine. Garbage. Damn it. All right. Well, you know, you win some, you lose some. Gosh darn. How unlucky of me. All right. I'm gonna end the video here. Thanks for watching, everyone. Appreciate it. See you all tomorrow. And for those of you guys that are playing in the tournament still, don't lose hope. You've still got 2 days left. For those of you that aren't playing in the tournament, congratulations, you've won.